How to BIDMAS. Now, BIDMAS is a way that no matter where you are, anywhere in the world, the same rules apply for mathematics. No matter where you are, you could be in Japan, South Africa, Mozambique, and any other country that you might fancy. But the rules are the same, and that is that if you're doing any calculation, you perform the brackets first, then any indices or power. So brackets there, so something like 5 squared, the squared bit is the indices, multiplication and division are the same, but you just do them in order, so that they take the same sort of preference. So it's multiply or divide, and lastly is add or subtract. So whatever sum you have to do them in order. So if you see a bracket, you do the bracket first. If you see a power and no bracket, you do that first. If you see a multiplication and division and you don't see any of these, you do that first, even before you do any of the ones previously. So we'll do some examples, and then we'll look at how we have to do these. So 5 plus 3 times 7. Now the most prevalent one here is multiply, because multiply comes before addition and subtract. If it was add, subtract, we just do it in order, but as it's add, multiply, you have to do this one first. So that becomes 5 plus 3 times 7, which is 21, and you can add the two numbers together, that's 26. The next one is a minus, a subtract, a multiply, and then an add. Well, the multiply comes first, as you can see, so we do that first, and that's 6, and so we get 8, take away 6, add 4. Now, because subtract and add are the same, we just do it in order. So 8 take away 6 is 2, 2 plus 4 is 6. Next one, we have a bracket here, and brackets are first, so we have to do the bracket first. So that is 5 multiplied by 3 plus 1 is 4, minus 17. We have another layer, so division comes before subtraction, so we have to do that first, and so that's 20 take away 17, which is 3. And lastly, we have well, actually not lastly, we have 6 squared, a subtraction and a multiplication, so we have an indices here. So 6 times 6 is 36, minus 3 times 4. The next one we have to do is the multiplication, because brackets, then multiplication, we don't have any of those, and then the subtraction at the end. So that's 36 take away 12, because 3 times 4 is 12, and that is equal to 24. Right, the last one, we have a division and a multiplication. They need to be done at the same time in order. So 15, 4 divided by 2 is 2, plus 1 times 5 is 5. They're just subtraction and addition now, so they can be done in order. 15 take away 2 is 13, plus 5 is 18. Okay, so that has gone through some examples of each of the ways of what you would do. One of the other types of question is at the bottom here. So here we've actually got a sum, and we need to add brackets to make them true. Now if we were to just do this on its own, it would be the indices first, which is 3 times 3 is 9, so that would be 5 times 9 minus 4 equals 25. 5 times 9 is 45, sorry, minus 4, which actually equals 41. So that's wrong. So we have to add brackets to make that true. Now, if we look at this sum here, this is exactly the same as that sum there. We've just changed the 3 squared to a 9, because that's what it is. So 25 is actually 5 times 5. So I need to make 5 times 5. So 9 minus 4 is 5. So if I put a bracket in there, 9 minus 4 is 5. I do the brackets first before the multiplication, and so that becomes 5 times 5. So here my actual answer would be 5 multiplied by 3 squared minus 4. I put the brackets around those two, and that gives me my correct solution. This is a much higher level because it requires a lot harder mathematical thinking than these ones up here, but again, this is made of often you have lots and lots of problems when you do these questions here.